Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer and thank you for tuning into this video. Today I want to talk about the world of poured silver. How this type of silver can be beneficial to your stack. It's something that I don't talk about a lot. Usually I talk about your constitutional silver, your, just regular standard bullion coins or even high premium silver. And I definitely think that poured silver has its own category, but also is highly important to stack on the side for many reasons that I'll be going over in this video. So make sure you smash this like button, subscribe if you're new because I do post daily videos. So anyways, let's jump into this video. So poured silver is unique in several different ways. One, there's extremely low mintage numbers because they have to hand pour it. It's not like these bars being minted by the hundreds of millions, of coins, or just pressed in factories and manufactured extremely fast. Poured silver has to be handmade in someone's garage, or like Jaeger's poured silver, MK bars, Monarch precious metals, OPM. But it's unique because it makes the bars rare. It's almost like when you're looking for, let's compare this to actual coins. So when you're looking for a coin to see if it has a lot of potential, one of the things you do is look how many are minted per year. Like the pandas are minted around 8 million per year. American Eagles are with the hundreds of millions. Kookaburras around 300 to 500,000. So kookaburras and pandas are highly sought after because there's low mintage numbers. But look at poured silver. Some of these bars only have mintages of a couple thousand at most. Because they have to, obviously, they can't be sitting there. These companies have to have some type of standard or boundary to doing it. So a lot of them are lower mintage numbers, and there a lot of times are even stamped with what number it is, which is cool because it would also drive more of a collector value trying to get some of the lower numbers, and it comes with the COA some of the times. So the mintage part of it already gives it a better advantage than most other types of silver. Now, another cool thing about poured silver is that it looks unique and it has character because there's pour lines, they can tone, you can hold it with your hands, you don't have to worry about wearing gloves or anything about that. You don't have to buy capsules or tubes or anything. You can leave them out, you can ding them up. Actually, the more toned they get, the better they look. So it definitely does become a lot more convenient and less stressful than having to worry about your high premium silver, that if there's a little scratch or if it gets milk spotted, the entire premium's ruined. So poured silver can definitely be extremely beneficial for that. A lot of times, like my favorite is Jaeger's poured silver. I don't know why, I just love their silver. I love their Kit Kat bars. They're some of my favorites. The 4-ounce Kit Kat they have, and also they have I think it's the 10-ounce just rectangle. It's really cool. But there's so many different designs, so it's a piece of art. So we're not even looking at silver as just silver. It's now in the field of art, which is not really compared to in the silver world. I mean, coin collecting, the designs on the coins can be, but there's actually art pieces in these coins, like the skulls. Some of those skulls that are coming out. The buttons. There's so many crazy things. The silver dragons. It's nowadays, it's a world of who can make the coolest, craziest sculpture. It's almost like sculpting, and this over time could definitely drive a high collector value, and it does. I mean, look at my own silver bars. I mean, there was a mintage of 100 on the first edition, a mintage of 250 on the second edition, and right now on eBay there's first edition Silver Slayer bars. Since they're only minted 100, they're extremely rare, and there's only one going for sale right now on eBay, and it's like $40, $45, $50, when it's only 1 ounce of silver in it. But that's because it's rare and it drives a collector value. So that can definitely play the same type of game that pandas play in a coin, or in a coin world, or in a coin stacking mind state. So I definitely see a lot of potential and a lot of benefits with poured silver. I definitely think the fact that you can play with it, you can put it in a treasure chest and swirl it around and let them get scratched up, that also is something that's really important to me, because sometimes you want to be able to play with your silver. When we have all these high premium coins like pandas and koalas and you know, the Rwanda series, they always have to be kept in capsules or some type of casing, because if the you know, obviously if the coin is scratched, the value gets ruined. So sometimes it feels good to hold pure silver in your hand, you know, your bare hands being able to touch that silver, not with a capsule, not with a plastic capsule around it, but your actual hand touching the silver. It really does feel good. So I think that poured silver brings a lot of great assets and benefits to the world. Now there's another thing I want to talk about, which is the denomination or the weights. Now this can go two ways. Poured silver can be beneficial for fractional heavy, like, you know, lightweights, like you can get 1 gram bars, 5 grams, you know, half ounce, which is really beneficial because fractional silver plays a huge part in very wide selection of strategies, whether you're a prepper, you know, because sometimes when you're bartering, if you're bartering with something that's less than an ounce of silver, you're not going to take a chainsaw to your coin or your bar. What are you going to do? So fractional silver comes in handy, just like we use change in the everyday world. If we want to buy something for 79 cents, what if the whole standard was only 1 ounce or up, just like it would be $1 up? We need change to break down. Same with fractional silver if you're going to be prepping or bartering with people. So fractional silver is extremely beneficial. This is also where poured silver can come in. You know, they have half ounce, they have fourth ounce, they have grams. They have everything, and it's really cool how unique some of the grams, or the you know, just how what is it, the Volcambi bars that break off. There's 100 gram bars, but each gram breaks off in a little bar itself. So you can either have 100 gram sheet, or you can have 100 little 1 gram bars, and it's so unique and it's so different and it's so cool. But also on the other spectrum, on the other end of it, it's also perfect for heavyweights, because think of it like this: if you're gonna buy in bulk, you always get deals, right? So imagine, instead of buying a whole bunch of 1 ounce bars, instead of buying 100 1 ounce bars for a premium, because you have to pay the premium attached to each one of those bars, you could just buy 100 gram bar, and instead of paying 100 premiums attached to it, you only pay the premium of 1 bar. So it's a lot cheaper. The more money you spend, usually there's discounts as well. So it's extremely beneficial to be doing this. And no matter where you buy from, almost always, if you're buying a bar that's, you know, a kilo or 100 gram or anything around that heavier range, you're going to be getting discounts. Where on the coin side of it, you don't have that luxury. You know, the only luxury with coin side of it is the expense wise, but when it's that expensive, you're paying that money anyway, so it really doesn't matter. So with bars, you know, you can definitely get heavier weights. You're not buying a kilo coins. You know, you're not going to buy a 10 ounce coin. I mean, they actually do have those, and some of them are, they are justifiable to some extent. But you know, most times you're only buying coins that are in 1 ounce denominations, and if you're doing this, then you're going to have to pay the premiums attached. So if you wanted to get 10 ounces of silver, you're going to have to pay the premium for each one of those coins. But poured silver has the benefit of the heavier, getting, you know, obviously buying in bulk. So I do want to talk about some of these dealers, because where you're buying your poured silver from should highly, or if you're buying your poured silver, it should highly reflect on where you're buying from. APMEX might have higher prices than Jaeger's poured silver, because Jaeger's poured silver is a specific poured silver dealer. You know, they specialize in poured silver. But APMEX is more of a Walmart type of dealer where they have everything. So they have to buy their bars from Jaeger's poured or MK bars or Monarch precious metals. So there's a middleman price, and you're paying for APMEX's name as well. You hate to say it, but it's the truth. Just like you pay for Nike, you know, even though it's just a white shirt, if it has a Nike logo on it, you're gonna have to pay the extra price for it, just like APMEX, because you're paying for that reliability, that recognizable name, and the trust that goes behind it. So the same thing kind of goes with precious metals. So I definitely recommend buying from like Jaeger's poured silver, Monarch precious metals, MK bars. Those are the three ones that are my favorite. There's tons out there though, and you can definitely, you know, you can vary. It really does. It's up to you, and that's the cool part about it, is because it's so unique, because it's such an art. It really is up to you on what type you like. A lot of people, like the poured silver that are, you know, like the tombstones, the Scottsdale tombstone. That's not a poured silver bar, but you know, it's still it's a piece of artwork, you know, and like the skulls. There's so many different unique pieces out there that you can have a collection of. It wouldn't even look like silver to some extent. It would just look like you have a collection of sculptures or little, you know, little, I don't even know what you would call them, but you know, it is really cool, and I definitely think that I don't talk about it enough. So I'm going to share my opinion on poured silver today for you guys, and hopefully maybe you guys will see some of the new opportunities that I've mentioned in this video, and you could start your journey into the world of poured silver. Maybe you'll start pouring silver yourself. You know, you can buy a silver shot from Atmex or anywhere for, you know, extremely low. You know, it's just a whole bunch of little silver BBs or beads, and then you dump it in, you know, and you melt it down. Obviously, you know, it's a lot a lot more complex than I'm saying, but you know, you just dump the silver shot in, melt it down, and you can cast your own bars. You can buy casts from eBay, anywhere. You can make them yourself. You can make the molds yourself. You know, that's how my hexagon bars were made. It was really cool, actually, that how they were made. A.G. Randall created the shape. He sent me out the casting. I sent it to Erickson Mint, and the bar was made within a couple months. So, you know, it is really cool. I think you guys would have a lot of fun doing it. You can learn how, make sure that you're taking all the safety precautions because it is pretty dangerous. That stuff gets really hot. But anyways, I'll stop rambling. I love poured silver. That was the first silver I started out with as a stacker because it was so unique to me and it was so cool. But then once I got into the more speculative and more critical side of things, I really liked the idea behind coins. But I do think diversification's key, and that will always be the best solution, the best alternative for everything. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. I do post daily videos, so stay tuned. Anyways, this was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys soon. Peace.